So here's the overall setup, that big cluster. I use these two windings on this audio transformer, which comes out to be 60 volts DC when rectified and smoothed. It drops down to about 39 when drawing a nice arc, so it obviously doesn't supply enough current, but it gets the job done. It's pulled over 8-inch arcs on a good flyback before it died. Here is a fuse for once. It's very rare for me to have any safety features. 15 amps, which should be enough in case something totally short circuits on this board. I also have a switch. That's another added feature here. I have my 1000 volt 50 amp bridge rectifier. I wonder how it's rated. Is it rated for 1000 volts AC or 1000 volts DC? I'd assume DC. Anyway, here's the board itself. These are 470 ohm resistors, 2 watts, but since I don't use dual power supplies on here, they get very hot and get discolored, especially at my input voltage. The only reason I don't use dual power supplies on here is because I'd be tempted to input more power, and on this little board it would blow off the traces, because I already blew one trace and fixed it up with some solder. So there's your 470 ohm resistors. My capacitors did go here, but now I have them on the back. It has a better connection on the back. 1N4744A Zener diodes, 15 volt, 1 watt. Here's your 10K resistor, half watt, and 2 IRF P260Ns. This was one bag heatsink, but I just hacksawed it down because you can't let those touch. Anyway, here's my capacitor bank. I have 2, each one has 1 microfarad, so I have them in series for 0.5 microfarads at 800 volts. And then there's my 0.1 microfarad capacitor. I have that in parallel. This is my homemade flyback, since I killed all of my other good ones at least. They're in that box. That's either 4+4 turns or 5+5 turns. I don't remember what I chose here. But this is a homemade flyback. I have 3 layers of really nice windings with tape insulating each layer. Then I ended up getting sick of it because this wire is too thick for a flyback anyway, and I just wound it up into a big ball of mess and threw it under some oil. I don't know what gauge this wire is, but it's way too thick for a flyback, although I happen to like it because of the current output. I would guess it maybe 26 gauge. It's definitely a deadly output due to the current. This was at one point in time a beer can. Let's turn her on. This is an iron rod, or chunk of iron at least. And now it works. Weird. That's a blob of metal right there. Okay. Now let's say bye to this beer can. There's your beer can. Satan wants him free. Nice song. My lightsaber.